Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for morning prayer and for this time of reflection for this sermon. Today, we are actually celebrating Thanksgiving here in Canada, and so obviously, we have lots to be thankful for. I filmed in the church today. We filmed morning prayer here in the church today because one of the things that we're thankful for is our son, who is in his third year at the University of New Brunswick in Fredericton. He is home for the weekend. We don't get to see him very often, especially with COVID-19. And he's sleeping in our den, so we can't film him there. So yeah, in the gospel passage we read today was from the Gospel of St. Luke. It was that passage where Jesus encounters 10 lepers. These 10 people who are suffering from some sort of skin disease. And they call out to him. They know that nobody wants to be around them, and they're used to it. So they call out from a distance, it says, "Jesus, help us, have mercy on us." And Jesus tells them, he calls back and says, "Go and show yourselves to the priest and make the offering you're supposed to make, and you'll be clean." And these guys, they start on their way back to see the priest to do what Jesus told them. And the next thing you know, as they're walking, they realize that they're clean. Now, one of them, a Samaritan, as Jesus will go on later and say, a foreigner, he recognizes what happens. He realizes what happens, and he turns around and he runs back, praising God. It says he's praising God, and he runs back to thank Jesus for what Jesus has done. Jesus asks, "Weren't there 10 of you? Where are the other 9? How come the other 9 didn't come back? How come they didn't want to come back and thank me? Except this foreigner walked away." That's kind of what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about what it is that makes us thankful. Why are we thankful? Exactly what is it that causes us to go, "Wow, I am so thankful"? And really, I think it's pretty simple. I think it comes down to we know where we started from. We know where we are now. We know that there has been a positive change. There's been a positive shift in our life that brought us from where we used to be to now. And we know who's responsible for it. We have an idea that somebody out there is responsible for it, right? We have an idea that something happened that got us to this place. I mean, otherwise, we can be thankful. I guess we can be thankful for ourselves, but patting ourselves on the back isn't quite the same as being thankful and being appreciative. I mean, to be appreciative, you have to understand that there was an exterior force involved. There was some external power got involved, whether it was a friend or a neighbor or a spouse or a child, and they made your life at least just a little bit better. And I think in this case, the Samaritan recognized those 3 things. He knew he had a skin disease. He knew after walking away for a little while, his skin disease was gone. And he knew that Jesus was responsible for it. And so he runs back singing praises so that he could show his appreciation. Which kind of tells us that those other 9, they didn't. They didn't appreciate it because maybe they didn't understand where they were, where they started from. Maybe they didn't truly understand where they started from. Maybe they didn't truly understand that being clean was a pretty big deal. Like being healed was a pretty big deal. Or maybe they just didn't understand that Jesus was the one to do it. Maybe they thought they were healed because they were on their way to the temple, like he told them to do. Either way, the thing I am most thankful about, we always have this tradition in North America. We have this tradition of sharing what it is we're thankful for. And what I am thankful for is what I've just found is a huge glob of tree sap on the hair on my arm. So I'm going to have a bald spot there for a little while. No, seriously though, what I am most thankful for me, looking at life from the perspective of being being thankful, of being appreciative. I love my life. There's a lot in my life that I really am thankful for. I know that I don't have a lot to do with most of it, that it is well beyond me. And along that line, I want to continue being thankful for all the challenges and all the problems and all the weakness that I have and that I'll come in contact with. I want to find myself in a place where no matter what comes my way, I'm thankful because I know that God has got it, that God is behind it, that God is in charge of it, that God's in control of it. I want to be thankful. It's in those weak moments. It's when we face those obstacles and when we face those barriers and when we recognize our weaknesses that God shows up and God does something truly special through you, and for the people around you. I am desperately thankful for my life. I am desperately thankful for my life. I know where I've come from. I know where I am now, and I know that where I am now is better. And I am also very aware that it's God that got me here. And I am also very, very aware that where I am going in the future, it's only God that will get me there. So, no matter what comes, I want to be thankful. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, and may you know the peace of being in God's presence always. And I pray that you will look back on your life and on your days and on your weeks and on your months in the past and in the time to come. And you will find a way of being thankful. Amen.